WKYC TV, Cleveland. And now, broadcasting live from the North Coast, this is the weekend edition of Channel 3 News at 11.
Good evening, everybody. 300 teachers will be back in their classrooms tomorrow. The Ashtabula teacher strike is over.
In just the last hour.
Into the golden age of Hollywood, and at the age of 80, Bette Davis is going to make another movie.
That is welcome news for the school system's 5,200 students and their parents. There is no doubt they were growing tired of the situation. As the strike wore on, fewer and fewer students were even bothering to show up for classes. Our Bob Becker is just back from Ashtabula and has the details.
5%. The school board said the cupboard is bare and has been offering only 2%. The contract the teachers accepted tonight will let an independent arbitrator decide how much money they actually get.
Tonight, the Ashtabula teachers packed their strike headquarters, eager to hear details of the pact that has been in the making since July. Many feel they deserve 5% or more for the work they do and feel the school board has it. Some think an independent arbitrator will be able to award them the raise the school board says they don't have.
There's not enough give and take. The teachers seem to be giving on everything, and the board is now, to put it from one of the board members, they're playing hardball with us.
Superintendent Dr. Eleanor Skrika is glad the strike's over, but is concerned that an arbitrator will give too much.
We cannot jeopardize books, materials, and supplies for our youngsters.
Skrika says if the teachers are awarded a 5% hike, there could be layoffs. While they're waiting for that decision, most people on both sides are just happy the strike's over.
I miss the children, and I'm sure that they miss being in with us, and just hoping that we can get back as soon as possible and get things rolling so we can have a few nice days before Christmas with the kids.
It's going to take a while to get the ties back together, get people to talking again, and getting this educational system on its feet again for the children.
The arbitrator will have a ruling at the end of this month, but the important thing tonight is that for all parties, the strike is over, and the 5,000 kids, who most have not gone back to school, will be back in class tomorrow seeing their regular teachers.
Thank you, Bob. That is good news. And again, the arbitrator should have that by the end of the year?
He will have a hearing by the end of this year, and should have the final results of that hearing by January the 4th.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob.
Well, the strike at Pearlview Nursing Care Center in Brunswick is now in day 2. 60 nurses' aides, housekeepers, and laundry workers walked out midnight Friday night after contract talks broke down. The workers claim they are underpaid, overworked, undersupplied to do their jobs, and poorly supervised. Management at Pearlview says the strike has not affected the 123 elderly residents who live at the nursing home. No talks are scheduled, but a union source says there is a chance that the two sides will meet tomorrow. It is now 5 days since 150 registered nurses walked off their jobs at Alliance Community Hospital. The issue at the Alliance Hospital is parity. Nurses in Alliance claim they are grossly underpaid. They want the same pay as nurses at other area hospitals. There are no negotiations scheduled, and the Alliance Hospital does remain open.
A man whose divorce was finalized last week today went on a shooting spree in Oklahoma City. When it was over, his family was dead. Most of the bodies found beneath a Christmas tree. This is the duplex where his ex-wife and 4 children had just moved after the divorce. 4 bodies were found here, the ex-wife, 2 of the children, and the husband who did the shooting. His final act was to commit suicide.
They went out to the suspect's car, being Mr. Knight's car, and there they found 2 other children in the car that both had been shot in the head.
2 other people were killed at a second residence, the ex-wife's sister and her boyfriend. The motive police believe is that the ex-wife went out socially last night for the first time since the divorce. The ex-husband was said to be jealous. Most of the 5,000 people forced to leave their homes because of a train wreck in Texas are back home tonight. This is what caused the evacuation yesterday near Round Rock, Texas. 16 tanker cars derailed, half of them full of vinyl chloride, which emits toxic fumes when it burns. 3 tanker cars are still in flames tonight, but so far those potentially toxic cars are not among them, and firemen are pretty sure they won't burn. But on the chance that they might, about 1,000 people are still evacuated.
Well, today, just 3 days after the U.S.-Soviet summit and treaty signing, there is word that Nicaragua will start a massive military buildup with the help of the Soviets. The news came from Nicaragua's own Secretary of Defense, General Humberto Ortega. He talked of a standing army of 600,000 men by 1995 and getting Soviet MiGs, advanced missiles, and artillery. Reaction was swift.
We would view such an introduction of advanced Soviet weaponry into the region a very serious matter.
A Soviet spokesman ducked all specifics when questioned about the buildup.
And even if we give assistance to Nicaragua, it's only for defense. It's not for offensive purpose.
But this man, Major Roger Miranda, who defected from Nicaragua 2 months ago, said Nicaragua made a deal with the Cubans and the Soviets in September. And the deal included not only Soviet MiGs, but warships and a permanent anti-aircraft system. Mikhail Gorbachev talked about scaling back in Nicaragua when he was in Washington last week. Today, those words are being questioned. One positive result from last week's U.S.-Soviet summit is KGB cooperation with the U.S. CIA. The secret services from both countries are now working together to get foreign hostages freed from Lebanon. According to a London journalist, KGB operatives told their CIA counterparts the hostages are alive, but they are in poor condition. The Soviets also revealed that an Iranian medical doctor frequently drugs the hostages when they are interrogated or moved from place to place.
There is also a chance that America and the Soviet Union may also have a joint mission in space, exploring the planet Mars. The head of the Soviet Space Research Institute says to send a manned expedition to Mars would cost a lot less than what our two countries spend on nuclear arms. The Soviet space leader wants the joint Mars mission to blast off in the year 2001.
Still ahead tonight on Channel 3 News for a Sunday, one of the original television evangelists come back to the greater Cleveland area. And a high-ranking state official is the center of a new controversy that involves Cleveland State University.
Plus, children looking for families with little hope of finding one. We'll have that story and more. Still to come.
Tonight's Channel 3 News is sponsored by Seiko. It's just your style.
My dad has 2, my brother has 1, I now have 3, Mom has 2.
I had it 2 years, and it's going to be 3 years in December.
Almost 5 years.
For 10 years.
No problems whatsoever.
No problem.
Absolutely none.
It's more reliable than my husband. My husband's not around anymore, but my Seiko is.
Seiko.
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 Seiko. It's just your style.
Available at William J. Kleinhans Jewelries, both locations.
Adidas,
the fragrance, fresh, crisp, and very, very masculine. Some men just seem to make the right choices.
Meet Walter. Walter plays his Super Lotto numbers twice a week. Because Super Lotto jackpots grow by $3 million twice a week. Until someone wins. So play your Super Lotto numbers this week. And with a little luck, you too could be laughing all the way to the bank.
For the third time in as many months, the director of the Ohio Bureau of Employment Services is in the middle of a possible scandal. First, it was a telephone contract, then the Dome Stadium contribution, and now the Plain Dealer is reporting that the administrator steered grants to Cleveland State University, where she is also a tenured professor. Roberta Steinbacher is the administrator at OBES. She is on leave from Cleveland State since joining the Celeste cabinet in 1983. It is illegal for her to award grants to CSU. But according to the Plain Dealer, Steinbacher has been paying for a variety of CSU projects over the past 5 years out of OBES funds.
You may have watched NBC's movie tonight. It was a true story. It was based on a Catholic priest. His name, Father Clements. He fought a long battle to adopt a teenager from Chicago's inner city. Now, children who fall into that category are called special needs children. Cuyahoga County has the largest number of those children in the entire state. This is Toya Mason. She's 14 years old. She has no family, at least not now. She's like 200 other children in Cleveland. They are special needs children in permanent custody of the Department of Human Services. They are children who are older and have come from disrupted homes. Most have been abused. Most have been neglected. They are not the cuddly babies parents wait years for. These are the children who wait for parents. Toya has been waiting for years. She has been in and out of foster homes and children's shelters. She's living in a shelter now.
Sometimes it's frustrating for it being so long, or from everyone saying that that older kids don't get adopted as quick as younger ones or newborn babies.
It's frustrating for the Department of Human Services as well. Social workers' desks are stacked with files on these special needs children, but their phones don't ring by themselves. The department staffs a full-time recruiting team that targets newspapers, radio, and television, any means to spark a referral, or at least a little awareness. Life has been hard on these children, and there is no doubt that they will have to make adjustments, and so will the person adopting them.
And maybe that's the reason why people have so much difficulty reaching out to these kids, that there's a threat there, there's an unknown, and it's scary.
It's also a challenge that requires a lot of work, patience, and most of all, a lot of love. Velma Mason took that chance on love 6 years ago. She said she'd do it again today. Velma already had 3 children, but she adopted Anita 6 years ago.
Because I love children, and I wanted to help someone that needed help.
Anita lived in the Jones Home for Children until she was 10. Now she has just what she always dreamed of, a family, even a sister her own age. She wants to be a nurse someday, and as long as we're talking about someday, Anita also wants to have a child of her own. Anita has this to say to Toya and the other children who still wait.
Somebody gonna want some kids or a kid, and you should just wait. Your time will come.
Well, the Department of Human Services certainly hopes that Anita is correct. Anyone who's interested in accepting the challenge and the rewards of adopting special needs children can call the county's referral service. The number is 621-5775. Now, you must be 21 years old, single, or married. If you meet the qualifications in 6 months, you could be a parent of a pretty special child.
Okay, cloudy and cold today, and it is going to get colder. Steve Burhans is up next with the details.
Now, I think Steve's talking snow, and people in Cuyahoga Falls are talking about Media Minister Rex Humbard. We'll tell you why when Channel 3 News returns.
The creator of Wheel of Fortune and one of America's most well-known talk show hosts, Merv Griffin, joins us Monday at 9. Plus, how to buy Ohio gifts and Prime Suspect Monday on AM Cleveland.
Swanson Fried Chicken has a surprise for you.
Hey, my favorite fried chicken.
What makes today so special?
Yeah. Swanson lowered their price.
You're pulling my leg.
Surprise, Swanson Fried Chicken.
Same great taste.
New low price.
If this is your idea of a hot breakfast, think about this. In the time it takes to make coffee, you can make hot, buttery pancakes and savory sausages. Great starts breakfasts from Swanson, a real breakfast.
When a sculptor creates his most expressive work, he relies on the chisel. Its wedge shape gets into those tight spots no other tool can reach. Introducing the Schick Wedge, a shaving tool based on the same simple principle. Designed with a wedge-shaped head to get into those places that give round and flathead shavers real trouble. It's an age-old idea, but it's a new angle in shaving.
TJ Maxx. Over 10,000 new Christmas gift ideas arrive at TJ Maxx every week, so it's never the same place twice.
No, it's never, ever the same place twice.
Yesterday,
this week, this Christmas Eve night,
get the
Max for the minimum price,
and it's
never, ever the same place twice. La, TJ Maxx.
One of the pioneers of televangelism and the founder of the Cathedral of Tomorrow was back home in Cuyahoga Falls this morning. The Reverend Rex Humbard, who now makes his home in Florida, came back for church services today to the cathedral which he made famous. Some members wondered whether Humbard was coming back to stay as pastor. The church says, however, that he is too busy with his other duties and has told the trustees that he is coming back only to visit and not preach.
Winter is coming back, but not only to visit. I have a feeling it's going to be here to stay.
Well, okay, we're
talking snowballs, huh?
Right, we had 37, where does he have it? He's got it 37 high for the day. Tomorrow, probably 39. And then by Tuesday, a high of around 47. But that'll be midnight possibly, and then the temperatures will begin to fall. Not necessarily a plummet, guys, but it's going to begin to fall as there's a severe winter storm that's building in the southwest. And that's the theme of tonight.